Let's go with the Rhino spec here, I think. Okay, it's gonna be crawlers first. We could do this. Question is, do you put this here or do you put this here? Why is everyone though suggesting to put the crawlers like this? Maybe we do that because that's what everyone's is saying to do. Presume the void eye is for the arc lights. We need to put EMP on this on the Stormcrawler bar. Really bad snipe here for us. And do we just go for the fangs here? Problem is you don't really want arc lights into this. So we can go for one of these and maybe two fangs, but we don't really have fangs as an option. So we're just gonna have to go for the arc light. I mean the crawler. Okay, it looks like the opponent has picked up some crawlers. So perhaps an arc light on this side now. We have one crawler. It almost got the job done. Okay, I don't want the level 3 Phoenix. Perhaps the marksman is a good option since there's so many deployments. Okay. He does have the single. But yeah, let's put everything in the center here because we could easily get exploited here. So I like to position non-ASIM. Phoenixes would be pretty good to get online here. Do we go for Arclight range though? I mean, we have enough Arclights here. Probably, I another Mustang, maybe Phoenix. We already have these guys, so you don't need the Phoenix. We need Arclight range, I think. Do we go for another Arclight here? Or do we just go for another Chaff? What about the Fang Chaff? I think this is okay. I'm not sure. Okay, I like the idea. I like going with the range Arclights here. I don't know about the Fang Chaff. It's probably not bad, though. I like the Marksman. We're doing a lot. Okay, so all of a sudden he has mass tarantulas. Guess he got that from the drop. Wasn't paying attention. The damage item. Feels like we need to get it. Don't know what to put it on. Maybe on one of the storms? Yeah, maybe on one of the storms. Uh, this could probably just go in as a distraction somewhere. Go for a beacon. Okay, let's see. More, I think we need to go for Mustang range now. Probably another crawler here, but the Fang is doing quite nicely. Maybe an oil? No, I think we need to use our chaff deployment. It kind of sucks going range on just 2 Mustangs. That's what I don't like. I don't mind getting a second Mustang, but just feels a little bit like wasteful, if you know what I mean. Okay, we're running out of time here. Go for this. Let's go for an oil. HE first instead of range. Okay. Is that good or is that not good? Guess that's good because if it's mainly the crawlers running in. Okay, everything's locked on to the fat one. You get him to waste a missile, but oil's extremely good for us. I'm glad we didn't go for that. Okay, so you went for the you went for something. Heavy armor, I think we just sell out of this, honestly. And I think it's the time for the factory. The only problem is, you know, he's going to put something here for the Rhino, like a steel ball. So we're going to have to go in from here with the factory. We already have the beacon. Corner is probably okay. Maybe a shield, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe we're fine with the shield. Okay. Range, probably. Or do we go for the defense so this guy can live longer? I think range. It's more short-sighted. So what did he actually do here? You just threw down more void eyes. Okay. Pretty good though. I mean, is really bad into the factory. Factory gets a level, which is not good for the rest of our units. Means that the experience potentially wasted on the factory if we sell and we remove it, stuff like that. But we're probably not leveling up our other units anyways. We're just going with factory now. Let's get to redeploy. Okay, no to redeploy. It's a little awkward here because now we're kind of stuck in this position. Could go for this and set something on fire. Could try that. The hounds could be also good chaff clear, but do we really need more chaff clear at this point? I think we can go for this. Well, let's just sell out of this and just see what happens. We'll just throw down an oil, set everything on fire. And okay, we actually don't have any oil. So no. Want to reposition it here and then just move it in like that. Do we even need a level 2? I don't think so. I think we just go for missiles here, even though we already have tons of chaff clear. Still want more fire. Okay. Big head time. Ooh, he's got vertical sweep. It's pretty deadly, but we get to the tower just in time. I think that's going to be a wrap. Really starting to like these marksmen, but I don't see myself building marksmen. I think it's because of the deploy cost. I think the Abyss is a little bit too little too late there for him. I think what would have worked out better would be perhaps the Melter probably. Like, do you really need the Abyss? Like, Melter here. Yeah, like a Melter here, Melter here. So something like a Melter here with range would probably be good. All right, let's take a look from our opponent's perspective there. A Farseer with burst is interesting. We could try that actually. Do you elite recruit some more? Maybe it's time to sell this because this isn't doing that much anymore. So we'll put one here, we'll put one here, put one here, put one here. So we have it all spread out pretty evenly. What else? We're gonna need to put down some shields, you'd imagine, for our chaff, potentially. There's not much to shield here. Maybe shield this. I don't know. Maybe just click random click speed randomly. Let's just see what happens here. Okay, it actually worked. Can't believe that. Jeez. So these are better than melters. I'm not sure if we're still winning here because the Mustangs, even without range, the arc lights, you know, we're clearing so much chaff. The storm crawlers, wow, this is killing. This is killing a lot more than I expected. Okay. So what if we try this with melting points, the traditional counter? That means we need to, I mean, the Phantom Ray burst is also going to work. Okay, he doesn't have burst. So let's say he goes for the cell. Just say old school. Let's go for melting points. Two is all you need, really, honestly. Yeah, the shields is probably important. Okay. Alright, let's just say we throw a third one down for good measure. Just a random missile here. Yeah, I think the opponent there, he kind of a little bit overreacted. The vertical sweep was pretty much a Hail Mary. I don't think it's the only time we tried that vertical sweep was when we were like, okay, we have no idea what we're doing. We're just gonna go for something crazy. I feel like the opponent might have tried the same thing there. These storms are so good, even late game. Yeah, so these burst Farseers are actually better. They're way better than these melters. At least for a level 1 factory. Now, from our perspective, just out of curiosity, what do we do if we want to transition out? Because I was tinkering with the idea of transitioning out. But what item, what drop is actually good for us here? We already have chaff clear. You don't need the fire. Phantom Ray, Phantom Ray would be good, but you'd imagine his counter is going to be what, melting point most likely. The Abyss is not what you expect, so you imagine the Phantom Ray is good, but does it really accomplish anything? It's kind of risky. It's not as good. I think it's between the Phantom Ray and the Farseer. The Hound will be amazing, except for he's already got the Tarantula. So let's try. Let's say we go with the let's say we go with that. Let's say we sell out. Just go with Mass Farseer. I think we probably click Burst just because of how good it is. And yeah, maybe put it like this. All right. Upgrade everything. Okay, let's see how this works. I think it's going to be good into the Abyss especially, but imagine that the Farseer is just pretty good into everything. Like, it would be good into Melting Point, you would think. We're not experienced enough to play, that we know what we're doing. But it does seem that the Abyss is pretty powerful. We need to consider, doing something like this. It's not horrible into chaff either, but the recent debuff though, the nerf to the unit makes me not super eager to play it with burst mode, but clearly it's a pretty good option here. And the Mustangs probably with range is a really good transition out, I think. The only thing is there's not the, you'd have to, you know, if you go with something, what do you go with, right? You can try Phantom Ray with HE. It's probably an okay option. You can also go range here as well. See, seems like a little bit too much to spend, but we'll see. So now we go Mass Phantom Ray. Yeah, maybe let's not get too excited with these Phantom Rays. I think this might be an overcommitment. But imagine he didn't have any anti-air. So it kind of makes sense if you think about it. You're not expecting him to go Abyss. Well, I guess you are expecting him to go Abyss. So therefore the Farseer is probably a little better. No. Yeah, the Farseer doesn't have any like downside to it. The only downside is chaff. And we already have chaff clear. So getting HE on the raise because it's a chaff clear unit is not a good idea. So you don't go for you likely don't go for that. The only problem is if you want to transition out of the factory right now, you have to keep the item that you're given. So let's say you keep the Farseer because it's generally speaking the best unit you can kind of keep here, and then you're like, okay, I just need to upgrade my Mustangs and just kind of go all in with the Mustang. It makes a lot of sense. Let's see how this works. Still doesn't have range on the Tarantula because now he has to deal with the factory problem. Okay, so Mustangs, you know, really generic unit, always kind of good. But in this situation, you know, the Farseer, I mean, the Farseer is just good here because we already have chaff clear. We need to clear his Tarantulas. So kind of makes sense. And the same thing, the Farseer also will counter the melting point. It'll counter the, maybe it'll counter the mountain. It'll counter the Titans. So I think if we transition out, we should have considered the Farseer.